Hey guys, Yap here, and I just want to apologize for not posting any videos in about a week. This week has actually been exams, and because of that, I have barely played PS3. In fact, I've played maybe 2-3 hours in the past 5 days, and that includes the weekend. I didn't play all throughout the weekend or Friday. So I'm sorry, I just haven't been playing that much. School comes first, as you should all know. It's an unfortunate truth. But I actually have a topic I want to discuss, and this sniping search and destroy on subbase is pretty much just going to be a backdrop. And right here, the enemy gets a triple kill, so we're already at a disadvantage. But I want to talk about sniping in Black Ops. Now, as some of you guys know, the second tier perks, now there's going to be Hardened, which is FMJ or Deep Impact. There's going to be Steady Aim, which is same Steady Aim, crosshair smaller. And there's going to be Sleight of Hand, and Sleight of Hand Pro will pretty much be like zoom in faster. So I'm thinking this is going to make a really big change for the sniping community, especially the montage makers, due to the fact that now they'll kind of either have to, and oh wait, this part really pissed me off because I have extended mags on this thing instead of FMJ, and if I would have had FMJ, that first bolt would have killed, and I might have actually clutched this 3v1. I get the first guy playing Ring Around the Rosie with him, I jump down, I hear two guys, I see him, kill one guy, and I go for the last one to lunge, and no. I did not have commando on, so I lost that knife fight. But it's okay. That's actually my only death, and I could have probably gone like 12, 13, and 0, but instead I ended up 10 and 1. But that's okay. Now, like I was saying, they're pretty much going to have to make like 3 classes, unless they start to forget about perks. The most basic thing I can think of would be one class with Sleight of Hand Pro, which would be mainly quickscoping. One class for Hardened, which would be FMJ for like wall bangs and stuff, and one class for Steady Aim, which is going to be like the no scopes across the map kind of thing. Now, I'm figuring that either they are going to make 3 classes, say if you're a sniper, you're going to want to make classes to benefit from all 3 of these perks, or you're just going to forget about them. Now, I really doubt people will stop using Hardened, because FMJ and Deep Impact has always been pretty important in terms of sniping, either due to quickscoping, for example wall bangs and such, or even for the scout snipers because they can hit their targets behind walls. Now, let's see, say it's what do I want to say? I'm thinking snipers might end up just stop using either Sleight of Hand Pro or Steady Aim. Now, some snipers might actually just go back to the roots, stop using Sleight of Hand Pro, and use either Steady Aim or Deep Impact, just like how it used to be. But I'm also thinking some people, especially the kids who are 10 years old, all they ever wanted for Christmas was Modern Warfare 2, and their parents got it for them, and thanks to that, they have been swearing like sailors. But I'm guessing that the kids who started on Modern Warfare 2 will be used to Sleight of Hand Pro, and because of that, they might not stop using it. So because of that, they won't have access to Steady Aim, and they won't have access to Deep Impact. So they're pretty much going to be missing out on all that. But I'm guessing that the real hardcore snipers, like the snipers who started in Call of Duty 4 or COD 2, I'm guessing they're going to forget about Sleight of Hand Pro, and they would much rather have Steady Aim or Hardened. Actually, I see Hardened as being the most used perk. I would actually rather use Hardened than, say, have smaller reticule. I'll probably get used to it, not having Steady Aim. Sleight of Hand. Now that stopping power's out, guns take longer to kill, so having that extra zoom-in time isn't really a necessity anymore. It's more like a guilty pleasure kind of thing. So I'm guessing people might actually stop using Steady Aim in terms of snipers. They're either going to be using Deep Impact, or they're going to be using Sleight of Hand Pro in the case of the kids who just can't stop using it. They're just so fixated on this idea that they have to use it to be good snipers. And I also see it creating much more hate in terms of the sniper community. Now, this is all just assumptions. I can't really give any concrete evidence on this sort of thing, but these are all just my 2 cents or guesses. Now, up until now, the sniping community has been pretty nice to each other. The only real competition would be like scout snipers or like, I guess, camp snipers, quote unquote, and the quickscopers. But I see quickscopers actually starting to turn on each other. For example, in, what's its name? In, say for COD 4, sometimes people would consider you a tryhard, and I've actually been called this. I've been playing like hardcore headquarters, and I would have sleight of hand on my sniper rifle. Now, don't tell me why, but people will start sending me messages saying like noob using sleight of hand or whatever instead of like stopping power or shit like that. And I just see it causing a bit more hate. Maybe people will start looking down on people using sleight of hand because it might give them an advantage. Because that's pretty much what people do. They hate on things that they can't use. For example, commando in this game. People hate on it. Trust me, I hate on it too. But people really don't have to. People have classes with commando. I'm sure everyone has at least one commando class that if they're just pissed, they just switch that class, run around, and they can usually do positive. 1 second. I have to go get the phone. Sorry guys, I have to go answer the phone. And yeah, like I was saying, kids usually have one class they use that's their commando class. If they get pissed, they can just switch to it, and they're pretty much guaranteed a decent game. But we've been fixated by the big commentators that using things like that would be considered noobish. So people kind of look down on it. But that's just my 2 cents. People really don't want to use commando because of the fact that they'll be hated on. But again, that's my 2 cents. What's your opinions on sniping in Call of Duty Black Ops? Do you think it's going to be okay? Do you think it's going to be shit? Just tell me in the comment section below, and I will see you guys later. Bye.